Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Om Vishnu Paramahansa Parvakacharya Sudara Sato Sri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananti Goti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. And all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Now you sing after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, that's hopefully will be appearing on the screen there. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. As it is means Prabhupada's wonderful purports, but actually it gives us an understanding of this person Krishna. To get to know somebody, we have to know something about him. And so we're in chapter 14. Very nice chapter. The modes of material nature. The conditions by which we live and were born in. And certainly to know what the modes of goodness and passion and ignorance are, we have to know or identify in ourselves. It helps us realize itself. It's like a self-examination. You read this Bhagavad Gita and it will tell you a message. Probably anywhere, you just pick it up at any point. So, first I'll chant the first lead-in verse as it comes in here. It says, those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Those in passion, they live on the earthly planets. And those in the abominable mode of ignorance, they go down to the hellish worlds. It's something we got to be careful of, because the mode of ignorance brings sometimes we offend people, but sometimes we've got to somehow make amends. And so otherwise offences, Krishna, he doesn't take kindly to offences to his devotees. And so now we come to the wonderful it says on the last paragraph of that little verse, there is an opportunity for men in the modes of ignorance and passion to be elevated to the mode of goodness, and that system is called Krishna consciousness. But one who does not take advantage of this opportunity will certainly continue in the lower modes. They use the modes as stepping stones to change our character. And if we recognize something that, maybe in the modes of ignorance, we try and stay in at least the mode of passion, and then goodness. It's a stepping stone. Ignorance, that's unfortunate. It says they can get born in the beasts, reptiles and trees, etc. They have no real consciousness as such. They're not in a human form of body. So let's take advantage of this human form of body. See, there's an opportunity for us all. Now, text 19. I'll chant as best I can the Sanskrit, which I hope is up there. And if you can repeat after me, okay. Nanyam guna baya kartam. So if you repeat that. Nana guna baya kartam. Yada drishyani nupasyate. Gunayascha param vete. Madbhavam so digagati. So is there anybody who would like to repeat this sloka? Kartaham dada pusanti gunasya param veti madbhavam sogiyikshate. So we'll now go to the word-for-word translation. So if you repeat after me. Na, no, anyam, other, gunabhaya, than the qualities, kartaram, performer, yada, when, drasta, a seer, anupasyati, sees properly, gunabhayaha, the modes of nature, cha, and param, transcendental, veti, knows, matbhavam, to my spiritual nature, saha, he, adigachatati, is promoted. So, the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When one is properly sees that in all activities, no other performer at work than these modes of material nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental to these modes, he attains my spiritual nature. Very wonderful. It's you could say, an optimistic approach to the Lord. So it's given us like a ladder. So when one sees me in all activities, no other performers at work but the modes of material nature, he knows the Supreme Lord. Because we've got to look at ourselves. We can look at ourselves and say, that's me. Oh, there you go. But, right, so here, so he attains our more spiritual nature. Spiritual nature means eternal nature. That of Krishna is to his abodes. And then it says, one transcends all the activities of the modes of material nature simply by understanding them properly, by learning them from proper souls. The real spiritual master is Krishna. So it's not as some people think, that I'm the spiritual master, I'm in charge. It's a bit like children. They certainly take charge of their parents' lives, but it's only out of affection the parents respond to them. Simply, it is from those who are fully Krishna conscious that one has to learn the science of activities. The science of activities are the regulative principles. And certainly we try to adhere to the regulative principles. No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. So it says, one's life will be misdirected by the spiritual master. Excuse me, I'll just turn over this page. One can know his spiritual position in his material body, his senses. He's entrapped. So without the spiritual master, he's like our guide. It's somebody who assists us, like he's our best friend. And if we know what modes of spiritual nature, he says, we can be helpless. He is helpless, being gripped by these modes. But when he can see his real position, he can attain the transcendental platform. And we all have friends. They treat us in either a way that is not very, you could say, strict. He's trying to wake us up. We're trying to have the scope of spiritual life. Actually, the living entity is not the performer of different activities. He's forced to act in his situation of the type of body conducted by some particular mode of nature. Unless one can get help from a spiritual master or spiritual authority, either a Shiksha Guru, those close to you, that you will listen to, he cannot have, with that association of the spiritual master, he can see his real position. It's like Mother Kalangana was my Shiksha Guru. She assisted me. And so I started to understand about Krishna consciousness. She used to say that actually, I've got it down here, if I can get to it. I'll just, excuse me. There's a special verse for today in this transcendental calendar. December the 9th, that's this date. He says, one who feels humble and meek has the door for the kingdom of God opened for him or her. And that's a letter on December 9th by Mother Janaki. So it's when we get to these bits of advice, from different things in this calendar, I find that calendar tells me, if you've got one, it tells me what is in. We have to be humble and meek. And so here, on there, it says in 19 here, a man in Krishna consciousness is not controlled by the spell of the material modes of nature. It has already been stated in the 7th chapter that one who has surrendered to Krishna is relieved from the activities. So he becomes humble and meek. It's a very special quality to be humble and meek. Trinadapi suni jana tarori vasashnuna amanina manadena kirtana shadhari. One should chant the holy names of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. So, for one who is able to see things as they are, his nature ceases. A man in Krishna's consciousness is not controlled by the spell of the material modes of nature. It has already been stated in the 7th chapter that one who surrenders unto Krishna is relieved from the pangs of material nature. And there's another verse, the verse in chapter 7, it says, one who surrenders unto me, he's not controlled by the modes of material nature. And then he's able to see things as they are. The influence of nature, they gradually cease. So it's very nice to know that when we have somebody looking after us, caring for us, like children, like parents, it's very good to know this affection that binds us all together. And but one who's in a mode of ignorance, prakriti kriyamana nigune karmani sarvasaha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. He says one who is under the control of the material nature, he thinks himself the doer. He's not the doer. He can't control himself. And he says, kartaham manyate, he's no longer in control. He cannot achieve the goal. So let's stay in the mode of goodness and passion at least. And then, so for one able to see the things as they are, the influence of material nature gradually ceases. Right, I welcome you all here tonight. It's good to see you here again. And for me, my life has been a gradual step from when I first heard about Krishna consciousness was by Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And like George Harrison, it changed his life. He met Prabhupada, and he was a well-wisher for Prabhupada. He certainly knew what to do and how to get to the next stepping stone. He had everything. He liked gardening though, and that was his hobby. And so he came here with a person called Dhananjaya, and they looked at the manor. And outside you'll see that somehow or other we've been able to go through this stepping stone arrangement by the mercy of George Harrison, who somehow has looked after us. Until we could look after the manor, he wouldn't let us have this manor. And now you can see what's happened. We've had this temple alone, which when I first came here in New Year 2001, it was totally different. There was no Haveli. There was just and Tulsi used to be just below the ladies' ashram. And I used to go in there with Mother Leelavati, who's another great soul, who's still looking after them today. And she brings us Tulsi leaves for the offerings. And so if we get to the point of offering our prasadam, with the Tulsi, we should do so. So he says, if you offer me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. And so material nature, we're able to see things as they are. When I first came here, I could walk, but by the modes of material nature, this body lost its ability to walk. So I'm assisted now by Damodar. But I was the doer. I like to be the doer and cleaning and doing all this sort of thing. I used to love cleaning the toilets, cleaning the temple room, and I used to share that. And there's some sisters who we have as our patrons. They come here often, and they share with us the this place. And they're our friends. They've been coming for a long time. Shri Shri Radha Gokul Nanda Ki Jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai. So now, and on this special day, which it is, we're in the period of the Christmas marathon. It's taking advantage of people that can no longer be sort of coming. They can take advantage of a book and take advantage of a book because that's none different from Krishna and all these deities that we have. And these deities here, Prabhupada says, if you dress Krishna, you dress yourself. It's like a way. They're practicing, but the deities reciprocate. And gradually, these pujaris, they become Krishna's cooperators. They feed him every day. I think it's 5 or 6 courses. And each of them has a tulsi leaf on them. And so how they do it, I don't know. Personally, I only got on that altar once. Though I'd been here 21 years, I preferred the job of the so-called temple commander. And actually I found out that was temple servant. We don't command anything. We're just the servant of all of you, actually. This is why I've come to spread this message, that certainly we can occupy our time by distributing books on this Krishna marathon. And if you go to the reception, you'll see the books there. Different courses, different books, small books, little books. And certainly I've seen some of the children in the morning in the Guru Puja. They're dancing and they're only about 2 or 3 years old. They're doing a spin round and a jump round. But I can't do that anymore. But just being with this kirtan, inside my heart is singing and dancing. And that reminds me of Mother Kalangana. She was struggling up the stairs up here. And I said, Mother Kalangana, what are you doing? Are you okay? She says, yes, but don't worry. I'm singing and dancing inside. So her struggle was her singing and dancing, and which is very wonderful to me. That's an inspiration to hear. And so I learnt from her. She was my major Siksha Guru. And now I'm here from those days. Certainly in 2014 when she passed away, I became a sort of a bit of a lost soul. But she told me before she passed away that I had to get a spiritual master. So his name's Bhaktivedanta Goswami, and a very wonderful person he is. So if you get a chance to hear any of his lectures, he's done resumes of the Bhagavatam, all these things. giving us wonderful detail that we can understand. And so, without our spiritual guides, that the modes of material nature won't control us. That actually, these children, though they do control us, it's in a wonderful way. And it says, Yat karoshi yadashi, yat johosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kunteya, mad karushvanam aparam, Krishna prasidyate. It says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, do that as a service to me. So you'll never leave your washing up behind, because that you're in Krishna's house. That's in your home. You make it Krishna's home. And certainly, I remember a person who assists us. His name is Madam Mohan Prabhu. He's always looking after the devotees, asking what we can do. He's Pujari. He sometimes comes on Sunday and he does his Gayatri mantras in there, and he goes behind and assists with the deities. But somehow or other he sees himself to come here. And now, very soon, we'll have the Mahaprasadam which they're offering. And if there's anybody who wants to say a point, but also who wants to assist in this spiritual, this book marathon of this time of year, go into reception. You'll find them there, the books, and they make great presents. And this is one of the big copies of Bhagavad Gita, but helps me with my eyesight. But hopefully I'll keep to reading this Bhagavad Gita, which is in there. But I might step ahead. I hope you'll excuse me. It says, this is text 21 and 20 and 2019. He says here, when the body, embodied being, is able to transcend the three modes of material nature associated with the material body, he can be free from birth and death, old age and distress, and can enjoy even this life. But 21 says, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one to be known, who is transcendental to the three modes? What is his behavior? And how does he transcend the modes of material nature? And there's a wonderful verse in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll just bring it to you. It says, Dhamma projita kaya tavtra paramamo nimatsaranam satam Vidyam vastavam atra vastam Shivadam trayom mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamune Kriti kimva pare vishvaraha Sadhyo hireya vrutyate Trakritipe susrubish Tatkachafanad. It says, completely rejecting the religious activities which are materially motivated. This Bhagavat Purana propounds the highest truth, and that's what we're talking about in the modes. We're not controlled, we're not materially motivated, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality, distinguished from illusion, mode of ignorance, for the welfare of all. Such truth that Vyasadeva in his maturity, he said, is sufficient for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and regularly hears this message from the Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. And so that's what we've got here, that when we surrender to the Lord, we become established in His heart. He wants us to be with Him. It's not a one-way station. It's a two-way station. He gives to us. He wants us back with Him. And it takes two to tango, they say. So when we do this, we can participate in this wonderful Christmas marathon, which so many people are doing now. And if you want a chance, they're in the reception. You can go now before the arti starts, and just go and have a look and see what's on the shelf there. These Bhagavatams, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, they're waiting for us, you know. Yeah, it's a nice thing to know that somebody's waiting for us, isn't it? It's very reassuring. Mother, Father, yeah, my children, I can remember, for there, and my grandchildren also, that they come and visit me here at the manor. They come and take its transcendental nature. They've got these books too. So, and they actually call me Grandad Krishna, so which is good. Yeah, it's sort of a nice thing to do. And I'm glad to be here in this transcendental state of, but I got somebody to assist me. But also Prabhupada in his last days, he was completely helpless. He was still translating the Bhagavatam in his last days. He got to, I think it was chapter 13, and it's well worth getting the Srimad Bhagavatam. It'll help you. It's Prabhupada says that actually these books are the law books of everything. And one last thing that I'd like to say. I can get to it. It says, "You are all limbs of my body. Unless you cooperate, my life will be useless." So that's a message for everyone, actually, whether it be in family life, devotional life. Of course, family life is devotional life. It's we should somehow assist those about us as much as we can, even though they're naughty or not naughty, because they're going through these stages of the modes of material nature. Like children, they got to go through their stages of growing up. They have different lives, different lifetimes, as I've had when I first came here. So we'll just get there. There's 10 minutes to go. Anybody got any comments, questions, advice? I'd appreciate. Okay, so we'll just get ready now for the Gaurati. But meanwhile, we'll sing Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, now you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, 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 Hari Hare, Hare, yes, Hare, Rama, Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you all for coming here, being here, and I hope you enjoy the Mahaprasadam that's very soon be served after this Gaur Arti. But you enjoy the festivities of this wonderful Gaur Arti that will bring us, a wonderful joy in our hearts. Directly those curtains open, see a feast for the eyes that these pujaris do with their great ability. So I think that's about all I can tell you at the moment. But as you leave, whatever way you can do, get a book for a friend. In the Bhagavad Gitas, they're in there. They're waiting for us to just pass on this truth. Even if it's somebody not in Krishna consciousness, they have Be a Monk, the Be a Monk challenge here. And we have several people, both in the ladies and the men's ashram, that they come here and they try it out, and they've actually joined in and become Krishna conscious. But they practice outside. They don't stay in a temple. They know their place. They're not brahmacharis. They're not brahmacharinis. But for some short time, they take it into their lives. As certainly, I know that even the cleaners at the annex where I live, they've taken to Krishna consciousness. They love prasadam. So it's out there waiting for us. So it's a few minutes to go. So if we'll just pack up now, we just got to get ready for the arati. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Radhana Raghunathanikam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita
श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की जय। श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। श्री गौरानिताय की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। की जय जय गौरचंद्र आरती का शोभा जय जय गौरचंद्र आरती का शोभा जा रत्नसिंहासने श्रीयशे गौराचा रत्नसिंहासने आरती गोरेण ब्रह्मा आदिदेवगणे रेण ब्रह्मा आदिदेवगणे नरहरि आदिगौरी चमरधुलाय हरि आदिगौरी चमरधुला सञ्जया मुकुन्द वासु गोषधिगाया शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला मधुरा में रंगा बाजे परम रसाला शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल बहु कोटि चंद्रजीने वदन उज्ज्वला बहु कोटि चंद्रजीने वदन उज्ज्वला गला दे से बान गला दे से बनमाला कोरे जलमाला शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गदगदा शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गदगदा भक्ति विनोदा देखे गोरा संपदा भक्ति विनोदा देखे गोरा संपदा की बजायो जयो गौरा चंद्रे आरती का शोभा जानवी तातावाने जग मन लोभा गौरांगे आरती का शोभा जग जन मन लोभा गौरांगे आरती का शोभा जग जन मन लोभा गौरांगे आरती का शोभा जग जन मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा नित्याय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्याय गौरा हरि बोल नित्याय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्याय गौरा हरि बोल नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने शून्यवादी पश्यता देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिव सरी गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिव सरी गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य नित्यानंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम